What you eat in the first 30 minutes after waking up might be doing more to shape your life than almost anything else you do all day. It affects how much energy you have by 10 a.m. It affects whether you reach for sugar and caffeine just to function, or whether you actually feel sharp, focused, and steady. It affects your mood, your skin, your weight, and over years, even your risk of serious disease. Most people don't think twice about breakfast. They grab whatever's fastest, a sugary cereal, a pastry, nothing at all, and just hope they make it to lunch. But there's a small list of foods that doctors, nutritionists, and longevity researchers keep coming back to, again and again, as genuine game changers for your morning. Today, I'm giving you all 12 of them. Food number 7 is the one most people completely overlook, even though it might be the single most powerful item on this entire list. Stick around to the end, because by the time we're done, you're going to look at your breakfast completely differently. Welcome back. I want to start with a simple question. What did you eat for breakfast today? Take a second. Actually think about it. For a lot of people watching this right now, the honest answer is either nothing, coffee, or whatever was closest to the door on my way out. Here's why that matters more than most of us realize. Your body has just spent 6 to 9 hours in a fasting state overnight. The first thing you put into it after that fast sets the tone for your blood sugar, your energy, and even your hormones for the rest of the day. A poor choice here can mean a mid-morning crash, intense cravings by noon, and a foggy brain that never quite clears up. A good choice, on the other hand, can mean steady energy, better focus, and a body that's actually working with you instead of against you. That's exactly what today's video is about. I've put together a list of 12 foods that consistently show up in research and in the daily routines of people who are genuinely thriving. Not just surviving their mornings, but feeling sharp, energized, and in control of their day from the moment they wake up. This isn't about a complicated diet or an expensive meal plan. It's about understanding why these specific foods work so well, so you can start swapping a few things into your own morning starting tomorrow. If you want more practical, no-nonsense health content like this, make sure you're subscribed because we post videos like this every single week. Let's get into food number 1. Food 1. Eggs. Eggs have gone through more reputation swings than almost any other food, but the current science is clear. They're one of the most complete, nutrient-dense foods you can eat first thing in the morning. A single egg contains high-quality protein with all the essential amino acids your body needs, along with choline, a nutrient that plays a major role in brain function and memory. That protein content is the real star here, because protein takes much longer to digest than refined carbs, which means it keeps you genuinely full for hours instead of leaving you hungry again by 10 a.m. This is exactly why so many people who switch from a cereal or toast-only breakfast to an egg-based one report eating less throughout the day without even trying. They're not white-knuckling their way through cravings. Their body simply isn't sending hunger signals as quickly because it's properly fueled. Whether scrambled, boiled, or as an omelet packed with vegetables, eggs are a simple, affordable, protein-rich foundation that almost every healthy morning routine includes in some form. Food 2. Oatmeal. Oatmeal has earned its reputation as a breakfast staple for a real reason. It's one of the best sources of soluble fiber you can start your day with. This specific type of fiber, called beta-glucan, forms a gel-like substance in your digestive system that slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream. Instead of a sharp spike and crash, you get a slow, steady release of energy that can carry you comfortably through your morning. This same fiber has also been closely linked to lower cholesterol levels over time, making oatmeal a genuine ally for long-term heart health, not just a short-term energy fix. The key is choosing the right version. Plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats give you all these benefits, while heavily sweetened instant packets often load you up with added sugar that cancels out most of the advantage. Topping plain oats with fruit, a spoonful of nut butter, or a few nuts gives you natural sweetness and extra nutrients without the sugar crash that comes with flavored packets. Food 3. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt deserves a spot on this list for two main reasons: protein content and gut health. Compared to regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is strained to remove much of the liquid whey, which concentrates the protein significantly. This makes it one of the easiest ways to add a substantial amount of protein to your morning without needing to cook anything at all. On top of that, many varieties contain live probiotic cultures, beneficial bacteria that support a healthy gut microbiome. A growing body of research connects gut health to everything from digestion and immune function to mood regulation, which means that simple cup of yogurt might be doing more for your overall well-being than you'd expect from something so easy to grab and eat. Just like oatmeal, the trick here is checking the label. Plain Greek yogurt with no added sugar, topped with your own fruit or a drizzle of honey, gives you all the benefits without the unnecessary sugar load that many flavored versions are packed with. Food 4. Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries aren't just a tasty topping. They're some of the most antioxidant-dense foods you can add to your morning. These antioxidants, particularly a group called anthocyanins, help protect your cells from oxidative stress, a process linked to aging and chronic disease over time. Berries are also relatively low in sugar compared to most other fruits, while still being high in fiber, which means they satisfy a sweet craving without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster. Some research has even pointed to specific cognitive benefits from regular berry consumption, including improvements in memory and a slower rate of age-related mental decline. Adding a handful to your oatmeal, yogurt, or a morning smoothie is one of the simplest upgrades you can make, and it instantly makes any breakfast feel a little more vibrant and satisfying. Food 5. Bananas. Bananas are often underestimated simply because they're so common, but they're genuinely one of the most practical morning foods you can reach for. They're an excellent source of potassium, a mineral that plays a key role in regulating blood pressure and supporting proper muscle and nerve function. They also provide a quick, natural source of carbohydrates, giving you fast, usable energy, which is part of why so many athletes reach for a banana before a workout. The natural fiber in bananas also helps moderate how quickly that sugar is absorbed, so while they do give you a noticeable energy boost, it's generally smoother than what you'd get from refined sugar. Pairing a banana with a source of protein or fat like nut butter slows digestion even further, giving you both quick and lasting energy in one simple combination. Food 6. Avocado. Avocados bring something most breakfast foods don't: a generous dose of healthy monounsaturated fat. This type of fat has been consistently linked to improved heart health, including better cholesterol balance, when it replaces less healthy saturated fats in the diet. Avocados are also unusually high in fiber for a fruit, and they contain a range of vitamins and minerals, including potassium, even more per serving than a banana in some cases. What makes avocado especially valuable at breakfast is satiety. That combination of healthy fat and fiber slows digestion significantly, which means a few slices on whole grain toast can keep you feeling full and satisfied for much longer than a low-fat, high-carb breakfast typically would. Food 7. Nuts and seeds. This is the food I mentioned at the very start, the one that gets overlooked constantly, even though a small handful in the morning can have an outsized impact. Almonds, walnuts, and similar nuts are dense sources of healthy fats, plant-based protein, and important minerals like magnesium and vitamin E. Walnuts specifically stand out for their omega-3 fatty acid content, a type of fat closely associated with brain and heart health. The reason this gets overlooked is simple. Nuts feel like a snack, not a real breakfast food, so people skip them entirely or save them for later in the day. But adding even a small handful to yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie adds healthy fat and protein that meaningfully slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and extends how long you stay full. It's a small addition with a surprisingly large effect, which is exactly why it deserves far more credit than it usually gets. Food 8. Chia seeds. Chia seeds are tiny, but they pack an impressive amount of fiber and omega-3 fatty acids into every spoonful. When chia seeds are soaked in liquid, whether in a smoothie or made into a chia pudding, they expand and form a gel-like texture. This same property happens in your digestive system, helping to slow digestion, support steady blood sugar, and keep you feeling full for longer. They're also one of the better plant-based sources of omega-3s, which support both heart and brain health. A simple way to use them is mixing a tablespoon or two into yogurt, oatmeal, or a glass of water or juice the night before, letting them soak overnight, and waking up to a ready-made addition that takes seconds to incorporate into breakfast. Food 9. Green tea. If coffee is your go-to morning drink, green tea is worth considering as either a replacement or an addition to your routine. Green tea contains a moderate amount of caffeine, enough to support alertness without the sharper jitters or crash that some people experience with coffee. It's also rich in a group of antioxidants called catechins, which have been studied for their potential role in supporting metabolism and overall cellular health. The combination of caffeine and L-theanine, an amino acid naturally found in tea, is often credited with producing a calmer, more sustained sense of focus compared to coffee alone. For people looking for steady morning energy without the roller coaster effect, green tea is a simple, low-calorie option worth trying. Food 10. Leafy greens. Spinach, kale, and other leafy greens might not sound like typical breakfast food, but blended into a smoothie or folded into an omelet, they're one of the most nutrient-dense additions you can make. These greens are rich in iron, vitamin K, vitamin C, and folate, along with a range of antioxidants. Iron in particular plays a crucial role in transporting oxygen throughout your body, and low iron levels are a common, often overlooked contributor to that sluggish, low-energy feeling many people associate with mornings. Because leafy greens are naturally mild in flavor, they blend easily into a fruit smoothie without overpowering the taste, making this one of the easiest ways to sneak a serious dose of micronutrients into a breakfast that still tastes great. Food 11. Whole grain toast. Not all bread is created equal, and the difference between refined white bread and genuine whole grain bread matters more than most people realize. Whole grain bread retains the fiber-rich bran and germ layers of the grain, which slows digestion and helps prevent the sharp blood sugar spike that refined white bread typically causes. It also provides B vitamins and minerals that are largely stripped away during the refining process used to make white bread. Topped with avocado, eggs, or nut butter, whole grain toast becomes a balanced base that combines fiber, protein, and healthy fat in one simple, familiar meal, proving that a healthy breakfast doesn't have to feel unfamiliar or complicated. Food 12. Lemon water. We're closing out this list with something incredibly simple. A glass of water with fresh lemon, ideally as the very first thing you consume in the morning. After 6 to 9 hours without fluids overnight, your body wakes up mildly dehydrated, and that dehydration alone can contribute to fatigue, headaches, and difficulty concentrating. A glass of water rehydrates you immediately, while the lemon adds a dose of vitamin C and may help stimulate digestion, setting a positive tone for the rest of your meal. It's not a magic detox solution, despite what some wellness trends claim, but as a simple habit to kick off proper hydration first thing in the morning, before coffee, before food, before anything else, it's hard to beat for how easy it is to implement. So there you have it. All 12 foods that can genuinely transform how your mornings, and honestly your entire day, look and feel. Eggs and Greek yogurt for protein. Oatmeal, chia seeds, and whole grain toast for steady, lasting energy. Berries, leafy greens, and avocado for nutrients and healthy fat. Bananas and nuts for balanced, sustained fuel. Green tea for calm focus. And lemon water to start everything off properly hydrated. You don't need to add all 12 at once. Pick 2 or 3 that sound realistic for your current routine, and build from there. Small, consistent changes to your morning, repeated daily, tend to compound into much bigger results over months than any drastic, unsustainable overhaul ever does. One quick note, if you have any specific health conditions, allergies, or you're on medication that affects your diet, it's always worth checking with a doctor or nutritionist before making major changes just to make sure these choices fit your individual needs. If this video gave you a few ideas you're excited to actually try tomorrow morning, that's exactly why we make videos like this every week. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next one, and let me know in the comments which of these 12 foods you're adding to your routine first. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who always skips breakfast or grabs something unhealthy on the way out the door. This might be exactly the nudge they need. Here's to better mornings starting tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video.